Okay, so layer number 8 is what we're on now. I am going to add one more red wash layer. Okay, so I added a little more red to this a few minutes ago when I was doing lips, just to thicken up the paint, and I'm going to add even a titch more for this layer. Not a whole lot, I just want my red to be a little more thick when I put it on this layer. So I shouldn't have to add any more red layers, hopefully, after this, except for the details. I'm going to pull out a third sponge this time because the last wash I realized that my blotting sponge didn't do a very good job. And as you can see, some of my creases, I didn't get all the puddlies out. So I will have to deal with that when I get to the detail layers. Alright, we're going to work on Maya first. You see how pink this is making her? This is about the final coloring on her before we are done with building up our skin tones and move on to details. So we're nearly there. Even that makes it look nice and warm. And depending upon how pink you're really wanting it, you actually can go darker. I could probably get away with one more pink layer over this, but I will have to see how it looks when it's dry and the paint is set. So we'll evaluate that when we're at that stage, so I can see. You can see when the undertones on her lips are on, how cute she looks. She's already looking so alive. Love this kit. We have a mouthy cat in the background. Pardon her, she thinks she needs some cheese. I'm going to try not to let any more pooling happen because I don't like having to scrape it out when it's to the next layer. Most of the time you can get away with just leaving some of it there while you're doing details because you just fill up those creases anyway, but if you add too much or accidentally get too much in there, then it does look kind of gunky and junky. And we want to try to make the baby look as pretty as possible and as realistic as possible. I do have a paper version of this tutorial that covers the 4 basic skin tones of Caucasian coloring, and this Preemie pink coloring happens to be one of the ones that I cover in it. If you are interested in that, please message me and I'll hook you up with the price for it. I charge $25 plus shipping, which is about $4 in most places of the United States. And it's 66 pages of full color pictures with descriptions. I try to put as many pictures as I can. And it has lots of nitty-gritty details on lips and fingernails and the creases and baby milia, the little white dots on your nose and the yellow on your nose and eyebrows. And it's a pretty good tutorial, and I'm not just saying that because I made it. I tried to make it so everything was covered. The only thing I forgot to add in it was the sealing the paint and putting matte finish on it at the very end to protect it. I had a complete brain fart and didn't even think to add that. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and put this wash over all of these pieces so that I can get them all drying, and after this layer I will cook it and we'll move on to the next layer. I will decide at that point if I need to add another layer of skin or if I just move on with the details, but catch up with me on the next video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. It'll give you notifications when new stuff pops up, and that helps me in the long run have the time to make these videos. So if you have any questions, give me a shout out. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks. Bye.